Hey everyone, it's your friendly neighborhood bargain hunter, PB at Kotaku. I needed to get some maintenance done on my car, so we'll be slightly deviating from my usual path. Will an alternate route yield good results? There's only one way to find out. Before that, if you enjoy the content, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, sub to the channel, and if you really feel like I earned it, thank me with a super. The turd squirrel enjoyers can rest easy today. She will not be held accountable for her crimes. But why is she standing so close like that? It's kinda weird. Oh well, whatever. Let's get things underway. It's once again an early 8 AM and I want to finish the first part of this outing ASAP so I can get my car serviced before the weekend rush begins. What's going on at the starting end cap? Well, certainly nothing that appeals to me. Even with the reduced price tag, this is about as appealing as eating something cooked with gutter oil. I just learned about that term a few days ago, and the actual thing is as disgusting as it sounds. Speaking of disgusting, look at the state of the shelves. I'm kidding, it's disorganized here, but it's by no means unsanitary. Well, Bumblebee got wrecked. It looks like he's missing an arm too. I see one of those bandy things there not attached to anything. Swinging over to the other aisle real quick, it's looking just as messy and unremarkable. There weren't any hidden treasures at the bottom shelf this time. Don't you just love it when you find someone else's hidden stash and take it for yourself? Here's something never before seen at Ross, a Dratini plush. It's pretty cute and only cost $7. I remember seeing a Dragonite plush about a month or so ago, but I didn't highlight it. I wonder if there's a matching Dragonair plush. Well, if there is, it'll likely make its way to discount stores too. I'm just making a bunch of assumptions here, so take it all with a grain of pepper. Now I'm looking for my boys, High C. And here's one of them hiding under a dinosaur. You got a scar on your chest, so that means you're the OG High C. I didn't see you last week. Where'd you run off to? Oh, you have to sort out issues with some of the store's other inhabitants, huh? I feel you on that. By the way, I didn't see number 2, so say hi to his mother for me. Here's a rather big Larono the Lobster Roll Squishmallow. I can't tell if it's the 14 or 16 inch version. This one's one of my favorites. I have the 7.5 inch one I got from Five Below for 6 clams. What's Ross charging for this one? 9 smackers, 50% higher in price but around double in size. I chose to hold off during this outing, and small spoiler, I still didn't buy one during the next outing. If it's still around the following weekend, maybe I'll bite. It's looking a bit sparse back here, isn't it? I mean, there's plenty of stuff, but it still seems less full. Well, it was probably a bunch of whack-ass stock anyways, so I guess it isn't a big deal. We got more stragglers from the past month or so, Matchmaker Super Saiyan 3 Go Tanks, Relax Time Ram, bunches of Funko Pop figures no one's really into, and running Naruto vinyl figures by Fulcher Cly. Here's something interesting, a 4-pack featuring T1000 versions of all the Kanto region starter Pokemon. At 10 equally silver dollars, that's an average of 250 silver dimes per figure. If they were solid gold instead, I would have been all over that, but they're not, so I'm good. I cannot believe these basic ass best action TMNT action figures made their way back to Ross. They were littering shelves at both Ross and DD's discounts for months on end and were not moving, yet somehow more showed up. On a lighter and better note for TMNT merch, here's a pizza thrower turtle assault vehicle with the works. I've seen the pizza launcher action figures too. Why are the turtles launching pizzas though? Don't they like pizza? They should be eating them, not wasting food. Maybe I'm thinking way too deep into this. There's a lot going on here, huh? It's $15 and goes for $30 online, so it looks like a good deal to me. I'm gonna pass, but I'm sure any TMNT enjoyer would like this. Onto the rest of the shelf, and it's rather barren on this side. There's only a few random scattered things. This Yokai Watch Jibanyan is still here. Did anyone like Yokai Watch? I enjoyed what little I did see, and $15 ain't good enough when it was originally supposed to be 13 clams, and for the infraction of imposing such insulting prices, Ross should be clearing those out for $1 or less. The same goes for these Dragon Ball Super Dragon Stars action figures. They wouldn't sell at $15 and they're not gonna sell for a penny higher. The last area to see is this end cap, and there's not really anything going on here. There's old stuff, irrelevant stuff, rip-off stuff, and baby stuff. Okay then. Anyways, let's not waste any more time here and head over to the next stop, Target. It's been a minute since I was last at Target for these toy bargain hunting outings, maybe about a month or so, and it looks like there's some sales going on. 40% off Funko Pop action figures? I never heard of a Funko Pop action figure. Oh cool, we got a Black Series Din Djarin for 30, never mind, he's in the wrong place. Then we got the Icon Sting also for 30% off, but considering what AEW action figures go for at Ross and DD's discounts, $17 is a big nope. I was looking around a bit more and I saw this, a Jedi Master Kelnaka action figure from the Acolyte. I didn't know Wookiees could be force sensitive. Were there Jedi Wookiees established in Star Wars before the Acolyte? Even in Legends? I'm in the Masters of the Universe section, and something that's no longer here was 50% off. It turns out I was filming before Circle Week took place. Target always holds a Circle Week during the same time frame as Amazon's Prime Day. That empty spot was likely for the Skeletor or Snakeface action figures. Here's something I've been waiting for. The Sketchbook series Hordak and Grizzler 2-pack getting reduced pricing. Masterverse 2-packs have a tendency to go on clearance at Target. Both the Masterverse and Stranger Things collab 2-packs went on clearance at Target a while back, and you better believe I got those. Considering that Target clearance items can disappear fast after hitting the 50% off mark, I think it would be safe for me to get this. There was a lot of these at Target, and just in case the price drops further, if it's within 14 days of the purchase, I could price match the difference. And you know what? 2 days later, it dropped to 70% off at $9 per item. I stopped by Target before work to get my refund, so we're all good. With sale prices, the Super Mario diorama sets were cheaper at Target than they were at Ross with the dick sucker prices. This particular 3-pack was 50% off, and that's a little over $6 per figure. During Circle Week, it dropped to 70% off, and they quickly cleared out. I hope some collectors and enjoyers got those deals. I slid over to the Sonic merch, and sadly, pretty much none of it had major price cuts. This Akato set was discounted, but it was at Ross a month ago with even lower prices, so no thank you. No price cuts for the 4 and 5 inch action figures, and they actually went up by $1. I was wrong before. This Sonic 3 2.5 inch action figure set was 30% off, and I believe it may have went lower during Circle Week, which has been over days before this video went live. I was hoping the Sonic 3 figures got some kind of discount, but no dice I guess. That Sonic multi-pack looks sweet AF, but as far as paying full price goes, that's not happening. What's this? Nothing special. Let's see what the Transformers are looking like. Don't worry, it's not a far walk to the next aisle. See? It wasn't long. Walking's good for you. There were some Optimus Prime and Megatron Transformers 1 sets for 50% off. Now that I think about it, whatever the discounts were in this video were likely slashed even further when Circle Week happened. Anyone score some cool finds at Target during Circle Week? Let me know in the comments. I really hope the Studio Series Optimus Prime eventually makes its way to discount stores. I'd be all over that. There's some more Studio Series down low. We got Red Alert with a very modest 13% off. That appears to be the early stage discount. I think 30% is next, followed by 50, and then finally 70% off. This Optimus Prime and Bullseye set has been around for a while. It's currently in the 30% off range, and here's a Simpsons Family multi-pack. It's been placed over the wrong tag because these are definitely not 10 bucks. That's the price of the assorted plushies next to this. The Simpsons Living Room playset was pretty damn cool too. I hope that eventually shows up at discount stores. Now for the Marvel Legends stuff. The only thing I was really interested in was the Ultimate Iron Man. I think I would go for it if I was able to find the action figure for 50% off. I forgot to look at the Marvel Legends section during Circle Week, so I have no clue if I missed out. Maybe I should check out Target again soon. Since I'm here, I might as well check out the Lego section to see if the discounts are any good, right? Of course I will, and why am I not surprised that the Young Jedi Academy sets are half off? Anything else with a great discount like that? Mostly seeing 15 and 30% off. Oh, this looks cool. A Marvel War Machine suit, just over 10 clams. Not bad. The Avengers vs. Leviathan set is only 15% off. I'm more interested in having the minifigs over anything else. Maybe I should just find those individually, and I'm disappointed the standard card set doesn't have any price cuts. I'm waiting for that to hit 30% off before I make a move. Maybe the same for that Celeste Lego set too. Even though they're a perfect fit for each other, I'm not really into the LEGO Minecraft sets. The Dodo Airlines Animal Crossing set is only 15% off as well. I feel like there was a lot of hype for those when they were first announced and released, but I feel like the Animal Crossing LEGO sets fell off. What are your thoughts on the status of Animal Crossing LEGO? That Fortnite Supply Llama set looks really cool, and so does the Super Shadow vs. Bio Lizard set. You know the latter's gonna start flying off the shelves once it hits 50% off. The last thing I looked at were the $5 poly bags. None of them had any sort of discount, but I do know they get them every now and then. Just not this time. Let's move on to the next stop. Burlington. It's felt so lackluster here for the past few months. It seems rather uncommon to see something new or different at Burlington, and even when I do, it feels underwhelming. While not a lame item in my opinion, the Scourge and Scorponok 2-pack isn't new to these toy bargain hunting outings. I come across these at Ross for around $6 or $8, and Burlington is selling them for 10 bucks. Not a great deal. It's not going to be rosy all the time at discount stores, but I still think it's important to show which ones hit and which ones miss. That way you have some info to help decide whether or not going to certain discount stores is worth your time or not. Is it just me, or does this Keroppi Squishmallow not seem very Squishmallow shaped? And this filthy one, I know I've seen it here before, but I swear it completely disappeared from the plushie section, yet it found its way back. Does someone just move it and leave it under a clothing rack only for an employee to find it later and put it back? If you want matching Mickey and Minnie Mouse plush pillows, Burlington's got you covered. And if you want some plushies from the Stitch series, for the time being, all of the discount stores got you covered, and Burlington is no exception. I might have said this in a previous outing, but for 1,000 pennies, this Stitch plush ain't bad. It looks cute and feels nice. Let's head over to where the good stuff used to be. Just with a single glance, I could tell this area is looking emptier. Wait, didn't I see this Gabby's Dollhouse playset last time? I know I did. I recognize that cupcake cat more than anything else from this set. Moving on, and good lord, I just caught a nasty glimpse of a creepy baby doll. If I ever had a kid, I would not buy something like that for them. A Bulbasaur or Squirtle plushie will do just fine. And wow, most of the stuff here is underwhelming, to say the least. Crappy licensed helicopter toy things, generic playsets, and we got some Transformers stuff, but to me, this is just bottom of the barrel junk. But hey, if you like Bluey, you've got plenty of options at all of the discount stores. Just pick your poison. I haven't kept track of which store has the best price for Bluey merch, but maybe I should do that in the future. Check out this amazing 6-in-1 Block World set by Block Tech. It has 772 pieces, and I assume 6 separate builds as opposed to Lego Creator where you have multiple build options but only enough parts to build one of the choices. The set's 100 dimes, and it also works with other leading brands. And let's be real, there's only one leading brand and it ain't Mega Bloks. Get out of here with that shit. We all know Lego's the GOAT for brick toys. You know what I haven't seen at this Burlington today? The Flex Changers Transformers. Not a single Cheetor, Nightbee, nor Bumblebird in sight. I did a double take through the shelves I walked by, and I checked behind the front layers and found nothing. I wonder if they sold normally, if Burlington put them on a clearance price people were willing to pay, or if they got swiped. Who knows? Well, not much happened here, so let's move on. Actually, hold on. As soon as I stopped recording, I went to the next shelf and found a Flex Changer Transformer, so my dumbass spoke way too soon. It didn't get a clearance price, so that explains why it's still here. I figure Flex Changers Cheetor and Bumblebird are still here, but I don't feel like looking for them. Let's just move on to the next stop, Ross. The shelves are neat, but not exactly organized. Or is it organized, but not exactly neat? I don't know. I don't see any of the Turtles of Grayskull action figures sticking out like sore thumbs, but let's check out this Dev Series Power Pack set. And how has it not had a price drop yet? These have been around for months and show no signs of moving. I guess I'll have to wait till the holiday season to see those drop at all. This next one was something I've seen at Ross before, but only once. A Best Action TMNT action figure of Donatello in his IDW Comics form. Although 40 quarters is the norm for these, I got them for a non-reduced 800 pennies when it seemed like Ross was making that the normal price for Best Action TMNT action figures. Nothing special back there, but here's a Jurassic World Legacy Collection Isla Sorna Expedition Pack. I know Jurassic 5 Rebirth got mixed reviews, and to anyone who saw it, what did you think? I haven't seen it, but if there's effectively a kaiju battle at the end like in the original Jurassic World, I'll be happy with that. I don't see much happening on this part of the shelf, but we have a Transformers Earthspark Terran Twitch. It's a previously seen find, but at least there's no price jumps. Over here we have a Yokai Watch Metal Moments Batting Yan for 4 clams. I wonder if we'll see more Metal Moments figures, and maybe the elusive Shogun Yan. If I see one or more of those, I'll be all over them. I think we're done here, so let's move on to the side toy section. Sorry, I just realized I was moving quite fast and didn't cover a lot. I really need to slow down, but well, that sounds like a good idea. Anyways, I saw this Keroppi and Hello Kitty 2-pack before, but it was on the main shelf. I love how stuff keeps moving around, like when the Retro Collection Riva went from the front to the back of the store. Is that a toy vegetable set? Okay, I think we've seen all there is to see here, so let's head over to the checkout area. And today, it seems to be on the underwhelming side. A bunch of old Funko Pop figure stock, basic-ass Best Action TMNT action figures, a Panel Spectacle Hiruzen Sarutobi anime figure that no one still wants, Dash Dingo figures that seem to be collecting dust, and I feel like this Glitter and Glamour's Ram is doing the same thing. I guess more and more people are catching on that she's cheaper on Amazon. I really want the Sonic Diorama set, but I'll be damned if I'm gonna pay that kind of money. Significant price cuts would have to happen, but no price cut will ever make me want to buy them running Naruto figures. $7 Mecha Koopa? Gross. What sheer incompetence. Oh, I just saw Riva at the front of the store again. Who keeps moving her? I don't know what you're looking at. I didn't do anything suspicious. Whatever, we're done here, so it's time to head over to the next Ross. Now we're deviating from the usual path, and I haven't been to this Ross in a while. I found some good stuff at the store before, but I stopped going here because I consistently wouldn't find anything good, and it's a bit out of the way from my usual path. The shelves here are pretty damn full, but will we find anything? We just gotta look. It seems like Ram is the least popular of the ReZero Maid twins. Blue twins figures are all long gone, but there's still plenty of pink twin figures. This isn't something I would buy, but for 5 clams, it certainly got my attention. I mean, how could it not? Just look at it. It kinda looks like something Pop Mart would make. Speaking of Pop Mart, I know they make something else that's gone over with people, but I can't quite remember what it was called. Also, I wonder what they mean by 250% figurine. Anyone out there buy this thing? Alright, let's move on. Geez, I am seeing an unholy amount of those cursed demonic looking baby dolls. Those empty looking eyes combined with those unsettling smiles, it's just bone chilling. And yeah, I think conveying the creepiness is a little difficult when I'm playing relaxing Animal Crossing music. There's a lot of stuff in these shelves, mess included, but nothing's really going on. I'm seeing quite a few things with de-esser prices, and I've also come across empty packaging. Someone even swiped this Vibration Star's worst Naruto girl. I don't think that figure is even worth stealing. Like, why risk getting in trouble for a figure of a terrible anime character? What do we have here? A 2.5-inch action figure of a chili dog eating Sonic? Yeah, exactly. There were times I would find good stuff hanging on these hooks, but today was not the day. Nothing good over here neither. Piss off with that garbage ass price. Oh my god, are you freaking kidding me? I'm just coming across amazing finds, aren't I? Gotta love prices that suck, big one. Ugh, this is just getting comical at this point. I think this is one of the worst Raw stops out of the so far 22 toy bargain hunting outing episodes I've done. Here's this Ross's checkout area, and it's just Funko Pop figures. People like the Trigun ones, but as for everything else, who really cares? I sure as hell don't. I don't even know who Rosalia is, and I think that's the first Funko Pop figure I've seen with thigh highs. You gotta love seeing a Funko Pop holding a smaller Funko Pop. It's some real Funko Pop inception there. Did I really take the time to look through every single one of these? Okay, I'm gonna break away from the suckiness real quick. We're about 17 minutes into this toy bargain hunting outing. Despite the lackluster showing, I hope you're all still having a great time. If you're enjoying the video, make sure to slap me with a like, a sub, and perhaps a super thanks if you feel it's been earned. Every bit of support you provide helps tremendously, and thanks for coming along. We're now at the next stop, Burlington, and I think even from here, you could tell the toy section is desolate. There appears to be one somewhat interesting thing on this end cap at least. This here is a Gujitsu Stretch Strikers 2-pack featuring Gray Dragon and Purple Orange Dragon. I haven't been into stretchy toys since Stretch Armstrong and Vacman, and what did me in with those was my Vacman got punctured and the filler sand got all over the place. That was a sad day during my younger years. Oh, and like I said before, if you want bluey stuff, there's plenty at Burlington. And pretty much every other discount store. I know those are at Ross and I don't go anywhere near them because there's at least plenty of other things around. It's just so empty here, and I barely have anything to highlight. Maybe there's something on the other side? Not really. Even the girls' toy section is quite empty. There's not even a single blasphemous baby doll around. But you know what? I'll take that. I'd rather see empty shelves instead of shelves filled with demonic hellspawn. If you thought the shelves couldn't get any more empty, well, you're in for a surprise. Check this out. All you get are off-brand toy cars and RC cars. Absolute junk. This Burlington makes my usual Burlington look like a gold mine right now. It's that bad. Since there's nothing else going on, I might as well check out the wall art area. I found some neat Hello Kitty frames and prints, and aside from that, it's the usual fare. There's a lot of Lilo and Stitch artwork, and when I say a lot, I mean there's just as much as there is Bluey artwork. That should put things into context. Among the usual offenders are prints depicting shoes. Wait, that's not usual. Or is it? Maybe for this Burlington? I don't know. Also, this print featuring the supercar looks like it's a wallpaper on Razor Axiom. If you thought that Burlington was bad, get a load of this one. These are some empty AF shelves. Look how miserable that is. Well, we might as well look around since it's not gonna take long. We got the Ryan Kaji Titan mystery eggs. I guess I forgot I saw these previously because here we go again. 20 clams just in case you missed it. We got some TMNT sewer shredders here. I was never into these, so this is the deepest dive you'll see from me in regards to the sewer shredders. This action figure got reduced to only 8 clams. That's the best price I've seen, and I was quite tempted since Donatello is my favorite turtle after all. In the end, I decided against it. Maybe someday I'll own one, just not now. Okay, we just saw this area, and man, I can't believe how empty it is. You would think I filmed this on Christmas Eve when the discount store toy sections get nuked, but no, this was early July. Oh, this looks familiar, and You know what? We don't need to revisit that crap. Hold on, what's that on the hooks? Some worthless Nicki Minaj figure and stuff that's also sold at Dollar Tree. I've been to this Burlington during the holiday season and they are popping off with the best selection of anime figures I've seen at a single Burlington, but it seems like during any other time of the year, this place just sucks. At least the plushie section is healthy. What else do we got here? Oh, of course this is here. A Transformers Flex Changers Nightbird. Are we gonna see the other two here? I'm gonna give you a slight spoiler on that one. No, we aren't, and whether you want to take that as a good thing or a bad thing, either route is fine. I wonder if these past two Burlington stores are not putting stuff out to fill their shelves, or if they really don't have much to put out at all. I'm actually leaning towards the latter. Even with my Burlington, things have been slowly dwindling and there's hardly anything new being put out. I think it's safe to say this and the last Burlington stores were complete flops. You hate to see it. Let's move on to the next stop, Ross. Wow, even with a single look, I could tell this Ross is not lighting things up. At least it looks decently filled up down there, but over here, let's look further. Now this is funny, the last time I was at this Ross there was a Total Anime Eren Yeager action figure in this exact spot, and this time it's a Total Anime Anya Forger action figure. The next time I'm here, will it get switched with a Total Anime Yuji Itadori action figure? Lolly rings, so we got licensed ring pop competitors? No thanks, I don't feel like eating something shaped like Hello Kitty's head, and you know it's a good sign when some of the first things you see at a Ross contain crappy, inflated prices. I'm remaining hopeful, though it's hard to do at this point, but whatever, the show must go on, and like I've said before, I gotta share both the good and bad runs. What did I tell you about the Bluey merch? They're plentiful at pretty much every discount store. Look, there's even another Bluey thing down there, whatever the hell that was, and it's kinda hard to believe that this Rat King action figure is still here without a reduced price. Those have been here since my earliest episodes. I've seen plenty of Rat King action figures get price reductions at other stores, but then I have to remember every store is different. Here's one that got the momentary standard price of 8 clams. You gotta love it when you see identical merch with different price tags. I heard if you bring identical items with different price tags to the register, they'll honor the lowest price for both items. Does anyone have experience with that? Sound off in the comments. Sorry, but for that price, I think that's gonna compromise my manhood. Moving on. Again, how does this not have reduced pricing yet? Heck, I don't think I've seen a single item with the reduced price tag here. Not even the Anime Heroes Renji Abarai action figure. Maybe this Ross doesn't bother with that? Jeez, what a mess. This Ross wasn't any better compared to the last time I was here. You've seen all of that before, so there's no reason to highlight them again. Just past the books are the toys placed on the pegs, and it's pretty much what you expected for this fail of a toy bargain hunting outing right now. No one wants them JJK Gachapon-like figures. I haven't seen this in a while, a Jada Toys Count Chocula action figure. I've been to a few Ross stores where these were in the food section. I guess some employees legitimately thought those were cereal boxes. Now for the plushie section at this Ross, and right off the bat we got more big ass Larono the Lobster Roll squish models. Ross is really testing my willpower and resistances right now. There's so many of them, I kinda don't like it when these security tags are put directly into the plushies because it puts a hole in them. It's just how it goes here though. Fortunately for my bank account, I was able to keep up my resistances. It's a good thing I was wearing Chains of Honor and Mars Kaleidoscope. This Ross had a very modest amount of collectibles at the checkout area, and by modest, I mean only Funko Pop figures. I did see one Funko Pop figure that I hadn't seen at any other discount store, Lilith from Diablo 4. This one's much larger than the standard ones below. If anyone's ever seen the My Hero Academia Mount Lady or the Overwatch 2 Winston Funko Pop figures, those are comparable in size to this. Although I haven't played Diablo 4, I love the franchise. Oh wow, she's the largest one out of this Diablo 4 wave, and I'm guessing that's the scale? What to do? 7 gold for this is a really good price, and you better believe deciding to get this or not was a struggle. Ultimately, I decided against it. Let's get out of here and head over to Marshall's. It's also been a minute since I was last at this specific location. With the way this toy bargain hunting outing has been going, I have zero expectations at this point. That mindset was further influenced by the fact that I have not seen anything good at Marshall's for several months now. Sure, I haven't filmed at Marshall's often lately, but trust me, there's been plenty of times where I've gone to discount stores without filming, Marshall's included, and I didn't see anything remotely good. Actually, I did go to a TJ Maxx about a month and a half ago. Since TJ Maxx and Marshalls are under the same ownership, that basically counts, right? Yes? No? Maybe? I don't know. Can you repeat the question? Oh, finally, here's something. A dessert-themed Disney Munchlings plushie of Ursula from The Little Mermaid. I really should have looked at the price, but I just took off. It's like I want to get the fuck out of here. I mean, after all the stuff, or maybe even lack thereof, I've seen, can you really blame me? Sorry if I've been repeating myself throughout this video, but I'm thinking of all this shit on the fly, and I can't even remember what I said 5 minutes previously. The fact that I'm not even talking about what's on the shelves just shows that it's way more trash than treasure. But hey, at least I found one decent thing here. There we go, a Break Time Collection Denji and Pochita anime look, 20 bucks, get the hell out of here. It's not quite a DS-er price, but it feels pretty damn close. Here's a Hot Wheels Starship Select Y-Wing Fighter. These have been populating Ross as well, and if I had to guess, because I can't remember, Ross likely has a better price. It's definitely all filler, no killer when it comes to the shelves at Marshall's, but hey, at least Marshall's can boast that they have something. The last 2 Burlingtons we were at couldn't even do that. It's time to leave Marshall's and head over to one of my usual DD's discount stops. By the way, my car's good, got my oil change, and the car's running great, so thumbs up. Here's something that's made occasional appearances at DD's discounts, a Pokemon Select Rayquaza action figure, 13 bucks, no change in price. Nice, we got an Anime Heroes Renji Obadai action figure next to an off-brand Transformer. It's looking great at DD's discounts as well. Here's something I really wanted to cover. This Tails action figure was giving me deja vu, and it appeared to be part of Wave 9, which released back in June 2022. The packaging was flimsy as hell, and when I looked at the paint quality, it seemed subpar. All that makes me think this is another one of those bootleg slash factory rejects slash whatever the hell you want to call it low quality action figures that plagued Ross in late 2024. I passed up on this because it was 8 bucks. At the time I didn't feel like spending that, but if I see it again, I'll get one for research purposes. Look at that, Fang is still here, and I'm surprised. He was the most sought after character in Wave 19. It's funny that Fang is 600 pennies while Tails is 800 pennies. Well, at least Tails isn't sucking a fat one at 1500 pennies. I don't see much else here, but why don't we try peeling back a few of the front layers. Let's look behind the mystery egg, and no dice. Anything behind the trash generic RC cars? Nope. And that spin out green Mario isn't really anything to highlight anymore neither. Alright, we're done with the toy section. Time for the checkout area. Right off the bat, we got something different. A Hikage figure of Seguro Geto from JJK for 8 clams. I know I saw that Brainiac Funko Pop figure before, along with all of these, and here's a buttload of Star Wars Night Brother Funko Pop figures. Then we got an equal amount of Kenji Dominari figures. It's been a minute since I last saw this Noodle Stopper figure of Megumi Fushiguro. Decent find. Ooh boy, I'm running out of breath here. 150 dimes is okay, let's ignore that, and here's a Limit Breaker Broly action figures with sucky, but not D-sucky prices. Oh my god, I can't get away from these Dragon Ball Super Dragon Stars action figures. Well, at least there's a base price of 15 bucks, and just above we have some repeat AEW Unmatched Collection action figures. The dog collar match between CM Punk and MJF is still one of my favorite matches ever, and was probably one of CM Punk's best rivalries. Here's something I haven't experienced before, a discount store checkout area that has 2 sections for collectibles. We got some Hello Kitty merch here, let's see what we got. Oh, hell yeah, there was the one I was missing. I thought I was gonna find this one again earlier because the 2-packs were so common, but they disappeared for a few weeks. Now, I have the full set. Suck on that, bad luck, and thanks to DD's for being so clutch. Alright everyone, it's the final stop of the day, another DD's discounts. I see a few things on the shelf, which are actually on the old side. Here's a talking My Partner Pikachu that does lots of stuff, but let's swing over to the end cap real quick because... holy shit, I found a Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron Antok Merrick's X-Wing Chase variant. Actually, I found 2. The last time I saw a Chase variant was Sabine Wren's TIE Fighter during the 2024 holiday season. Actually, I have to make a very slight correction. I actually found 3. And you know what? I need to make another correction, because I found 4. I've never seen this many Chase variants in a single store before. I believe I saw 2 Chase variant AEW Owen Hart action figures last time, but these Chase X-Wings completely overshadow those action figures. You'll have to excuse me real quick. I'm actually lining these up on the shelf to get a shot of all of them. I'm right next to the changing rooms, and the store employee has been side-eyeing me this whole time. Maybe he thinks I'm being a little odd by recording. At the time, these were selling for $100 plus on eBay, but it appears other people who shop at DD's discounts found these and flooded the market, so now they're going for significantly less. Not a problem for me. Maybe I could use some as trade fodder to get overpriced Pokemon TCG products. I'd be a fool to only get 1, but it seems wrong to take them all. I'll go with 2. That's pretty much all there was to cover at this DG's Discounts. Everything else were things we saw on recent visits, so there's no point in going over those again. I'm still amazed I managed to find some chase variants again. I hope the two I left behind were found by people who like collecting those things. Let's move on to the haul. I'm definitely keeping one of these sealed, and as for the other one, I'm gonna use it as trade fodder, maybe for one of the following: Pokemon cards, something Marvel Legends, an equivalent value Nendoroid, or a different Micro Galaxy Chase variant. This really seemed like it was gonna be a dud of a toy bargain hunting outing, but DD's Discounts came through with the save. And that does it for another toy bargain hunting outing. I hope you all had a great time, and if you made it this far, type Tarjay in the comments. Thank you for keeping me company and for the support. I really appreciate it. If you got some more time on your hands, please check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you there. If not, I'll see you later.